what's going on, guys? So I promise to make this short and sweet. It's Friday. We all want to get to the weekend, but I still want to go over what I'm looking for going into next week and kind of what happened this week. Hope you guys had a great 4th of July. Hope you have a great weekend. And let's just get right into the charts. Looking forward to next week. So obviously, we already got our 50% retrace, right? We got our daily 50% here, but we can use this last range to kind of gauge where we expect price to at least deliver to after we take all-time highs, and it's going to be our 236 fib. So our 236 fib sits right up there at 2650. So I do think we can see a little bit higher, but next week, before being comfortable with longs, um, I want to see some kind of retrace to either this daily FEG or we end up filling both, right? Because what we know, we're at that stage where we have FEGs below us, we have a nice range, and then we can look for some kind of 50%, right? So 50% would take us down to look where that lines up, right around that 183 level. Most people might draw it from here, and that's okay too. But either one's, I mean, pretty close. It's about a 40-point difference or so. But either way, you see that it's going to align with this lower daily FEG. So this one's going to be up here in a premium, but in down here would be better. Could these markets just keep on ripping? Absolutely. But I think we might get some kind of balance here. Something like this going into, why is that yellow? But so maybe something like that going into next week is something that I would be looking for. Maybe like Monday, Tuesday, we get a dip down into a daily. Even better would be something like this, right? Maybe we get some kind of move down to here. We get a 50% back up off the bounce of this daily because we still expect some kind of like support at these daily fair value gaps, and then we get a 50% up, and then we go down, take a low, hit this lower one, and then we can start our buy model back up here. Could become down to, we haven't taken a daily low in a long time, so I'm not saying I'm bearish. Nothing says to short this market right now. You don't want to be caught shorting this market right now. I would say best bet is just to wait for wait for the wait for these to be hit and then look for long positions, just because we haven't taken lows in a long time. So that's just something I would be a little cautious with going into next week. So one more thing I want to point out here with the higher time frame, I'm going to keep these marked. Well, I should have kept that fib marked. But if we look at this, let's get rid of the 236 now. But remember, 650 for a possible move up as well to hit that 236. That 236 is just a big number that we tend to hit after we get our 50% down, and then we get the range back up. We usually get that kind of that 236. It's just something that's been back tested a lot, and it works. So so with that, let's go down to the weekly chart. Not go down. I mean, I guess go up to the weekly chart. And what do you see? You see daily FEGs are here. You see 50%. Look what lines up with 50%. Boom. Weekly order block sits here too. So if we get a move down to 50%, you get order block, you get FEG, you get 50%. Same thing that happened here, right? We get the daily 50%. We get a weekly FEG actually hits here, and then the move higher, right? So that's why I think like there's just a lot of confluence down there that can make longs. Like, I'm not going in bearish, but I would much rather take longs after we get some kind of healthy pullback to this area, because when you have a daily FPG, a weekly order block, and daily 50% working in your favor for longs, like your odds of that trade hitting that you're in are going to be much higher. So other than that, let's go check out what happened today in the with price. So obviously not much, right? It's NFP day. We're just NFP was this. So another target to keep on the lows for next week would be the NFP data lows down here they're at 373. So keep those marked. But notice how we didn't make like an hourly FVG today until the 11 a.m. candle, and look what happens. I bet a lot of people got caught short here. because they're like, oh, we're so high, we're so high, we're gonna come down. You know, like in here, and then this candle opens here, and then you see what happens. We get a little wick down right into it, and then obviously we then expand. So if we break this down, I bet there's like a five. There's probably a 5 minute or a 1 minute accumulation manipulation down into the hourly, and then and then higher. Actually, we can look at that and see. Let's break this candle down and see what it looked like. So let's do this, and let's see. So we have that candle opened at 1. Actually, no, that candle was prior. But you kind of see like we had accumulation here, manipulation down, and then higher. So it probably looks better on the 1 minute chart here. So yeah, you see it here. We have the accumulation, the manipulation down into that higher time frame PD array, and then the distribution out of it back to the accumulation highs and back up to obviously high of day at that point. So it shows you how you can like a lot of times you'll see the accumulation, manipulation, distribution inside of those higher time frame candles. So with that, there's really not much else to say. Um, you see, all the 15-minute order blocks were respected today. It was just a trend day, right? I mean, there's no other way to put it. So I'm not gonna sit here and just waste time. It's just a trend day. So nothing else I really need to point out. Just watch that higher time frame. You notice we're probably gonna get a 4 hour FEG here. If we get this 4 hour FEG, which we're going to get it here at close, this will be my condition going into Sunday night. If we come into Sunday night and we inverse this down, I'm looking for NFP data lows here, and then I'm looking for this low here, just because they're relatively equal lows. So this will be target number 1, and let's see where that lines up on the daily. And look at that, takes us down right into that first daily fair value gap. So the condition on Sunday is I'll be bullish going into Monday New York AM. I'll be bullish going into New York session on Monday morning. If bullish, if we hold this through Asia and London, if we inverse it, I'm going to be bearish to the previous day low and down to this daily fair value gap down at that 2362 level. So with that, I hope you guys have a fantastic 4th of July weekend. Hope you guys had a great 4th, and we'll catch all of you guys back here on Monday.